This is Coach Maketa.
Welcome. It's supposed to be welcome. Welcome to Wiz Podcast. First episode. Me and my sister Momo.
That's right, Coach Maketa.
And you know what? We know we're gonna start by saying congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Being a grandmother.
Yay!
How you feeling?
I'm so happy. I'm extremely excited. It's a new time in my life. I can't wait to see her. Oh my goodness, I'll give her so many kisses and hugs and
You know,
stuff.
once you become a grandma, you washed.
No, I'm not washed. I think I look
washed.
Pretty good for my age.
Oh.
I think I look pretty. What? How you gonna say that?
I'm telling you, watch what happens.
Why not? It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna show her how to be the glam.
The glam?
Yeah, of course. You know, like when you grandmother, you can still be pretty and cute, and you know, you don't have to be all old.
I got you.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So congratulations again.
Oh, thank you very much.
So I want to touch base real quick, because our father, he dealing with dementia. So, that's real serious. You know what I'm saying? He's not the only one dealing with it. The family deals with it. So it's like, it's the hardest part is to watch him lose his memory, right? So he used to remember numbers and addresses and et cetera, et cetera. So to see the transition from him losing memory and don't understand who you are or what day it is, that's like the hardest part. So I think we should bring awareness to that. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And everybody that have a family member or anybody that's dealing with that should read up on it, get real a lot of knowledge on how to cope with it, because you really can't fix it. You know what I'm saying? It's not reversible like anything else. Like if you have cancer or whatever, you can take medicine or you can cut it out and it could heal it, or you go in remission. But with dementia, you can't, nothing can happen other than it gets worse. And then he just have to deal with it until, the inevitable, right? So, I just wanted to touch on that real quick.
And also, if there's some support systems, if you're dealing with it, go out and find help. Just don't sit and, and look for people who can help you and support you during the times that matters the most with your parents who are dealing with this disease.
Right. So, what we're going to do, since we got touched that, we're going to get right into it. I got a vent real quick about my Cowboys. They got their cuts today. They got their behind cuts today, and I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I believe? Cowboys just need to stop playing all together this season. You know what I'm saying? Dak went down. Prayers going out to him. Terrible injury. Odell Beckham had the same injury a couple years ago. He recovered from it, bounced back. So, Dak will bounce back. But my thing is, because Dak is out, that don't mean lay down as a team. His team is supposed to ride for him and win games and go out there and fight for him, not just lay down, because that's what y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? So to the Cowboy fans, to the Cowboy administration, to the coaches, get it together, because we need to act like a team and not acting like we just there to be there because we don't want to get fined, right? Cool. So, what you were saying the other day about relationships? Listen, go ahead.
Well, basically, I see that there's a lot of men out here that are very insecure, okay? But I'm trying to figure out, why do men want you to go along with a project? You're supposed to be part of the project, but they really want you to watch them. And I guess, I don't know, could you tell me, do you ever do that to your woman?
No. See, so your situation that you told me the other day, since you don't want to say it, your situation that you told me the other day, so your little boo thing, whatever you want to call him, slide booger, whatever you want to call that dude, he told you, hey, baby, I want you to help me go downstairs and I'm going to move some things around. I said, all right, cool. He wanted you to help him. He said it like a pimp. He wanted you to help him. Macho.
And naturally, I'm a help.
So you went down there.
Yeah.
So you went down there.
Yes,
all right, so you went down there and you just watched.
Yeah, watched him move his stuff back and forth into a store. I didn't do anything but watch.
So you know what that's about, right?
No,
That was a hey, this is me. I'm macho. I want to show you how I do it when you're not here. That's all that was. He didn't want you to help him. He didn't want you to lift up nothing. He didn't want you to move nothing. All he wanted you to do was watch him because, see, you was working, see?
Yeah.
And he wanted to stop you from working, see? He wanted to stop you. That was a control thing. You understand? See, I told you about dealing with these senior citizen type of dudes, man.
Listen, but wait a minute,
he's
hold
like
up,
70
man.
though. Like he's like 70.
Listen, I'm going to help, but he's not looking at me as if I have things to do. He's looking at what I'm supposed to be for him. So whatever he needs to do, I have to do it with him, even if I ain't doing nothing but watching.
But he's preparing you for the senior citizen home. No. He said, Mo, you can't get dudes that's old enough to be your grandpops and all that. That's just, I told you that. You're going to deal with these same issues, these same insecurities because you like 20, 30 years younger than these niggas. 20, 30 years younger than them.
True.
Right? So when they get somebody young whippersnappers like you, they're going to be like, oh, I got her. And they're going to tell all these homies that's probably in pamper mode. They already soaking their jibs. Right? They already soaking their joints. So they like, all right, so I got a young joint. She got her teeth in her mouth. Her skin tight. Ooh, yo, what I'm gonna tell my boy, I can go around. You the arm candy to these 70-year-old dudes. You know, they can't be 6 years younger than your dad. Like, that's not what it is. And I don't know why you be going for them type of dudes with the sunroof missing. The sunroof be
like
different.
I told you though, I kind of like it.
They shaped that up for you. No, I don't get it. I don't understand.
I like it though.
Why?
But,
what does that do for you? You like convertibles? You never told me you like convertibles. You never told me you like convertibles. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
I love to help.
Help
so
what?
Maybe I love to help out. So maybe I get the older because it makes me feel like I'm needed. Probably.
So the young ones just was too much for you.
I don't know. I can't deal with it myself. I can't deal with it.
They the psycho ones, the ones your age bracket.
Yeah. They show up on a woman and stuff like that and everything. You know.
Cause
you don't know if they serious or not. They talk like they're not serious, and then all of a sudden, fatal attraction, right? And you running for your life.
That's because you ain't living right.
What?
See, if you was living right, they wouldn't be fatal attraction popping up on you and all that. What you doing? I've called your phone. You ain't pick up. All that craziness. You can't be ghosting nobody when you in some type of situation with them.
I just think that there's a time for me to be, me and him to be him, and I have my time to myself. Why I can't have my time to myself too? He can have his time to himself.
That's a double standard. The double standard is...
That's probably the issues that I'm having. That's the issues. It really is the issues that I'm having.
With what?
I want to be in a relationship with someone who thinks I am a human being just like they are.
No, but you getting with dudes that came up in the pimp era. You can't deal with dudes that came up in the pimp era because that's in their DNA already. That's the cloth they got cut from. So they gonna look from you. Yeah, if you watch him, if he got a long pinky nail, he's got his pinky nail long. If his pinky nail long, he a pimp. Old pimp. He a retired one though. And that's why he move how he move. Come here. Come downstairs. Let me move this stuff around. Like that's I think you like the pimps.
A little bit, that life is like, because I like adventure. I already know that it has to be that.
It started with your first baby fall.
It's a venture though, because they treat you real nice.
No, he smoked your boots. He got you out. He got you in the jam early. You were 19 years old. He said, "You can't tell me nothing. Come with me, baby. I make my own clothes."
He taught me how to sew and everything.
See, I know that he taught you something.
Right.
That's why you was on him. He taught you something. See that? See that? That's what you call turned out. That's why you got turned out. He ain't on nobody in the bed. He turned you out in life.
He turned me out. Mm-hmm. Why do you think he turned me out?
He turned you out because that's all you go for now. He almost daddy.
But
He almost daddy
listen,
age.
I went 29, tried to and you know, we got engaged and everything. Was 29 years old.
Who was 29?
A fiance of mine.
Oh, well, how old was your baby? I'm talking about your first baby father. You
Yeah,
getting
I
away from that
understand
one.
what I'm trying to get away from it because
You
I'm
can't.
saying that I went out into the water and tried.
Well, how old were you
different
when he was
things.
29?
I was 41.
Oh, you tried the young dude.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about why you like the old, over the hill, Social Security check dudes. Now, you still like them right now. So, the older you get, you can't get that much older, though. Because if you get that much, like, they ain't, what we doing? You gonna be scraping their feet and...
I really, and I enjoy it, you know.
You don't
like,
enjoy it because you was talking about the bad walkers.
I mean, I don't have nothing to do with what happened to you before you got to me. I'm just saying that you know, I'm gonna try to make it better when we together. That's what I try to do.
Does it work?
They do. They get a little crazy though, you know. They ain't used to no woman scraping their feet, you know, giving them a bath, washing their back, cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
So you're doing that, right? And then you ghost him. He becomes crazy. You turn him into a stalker by ghosting. Forced. That's a forced stalker. Do you realize that?
I just think that you should treat women right. That's all.
Why? Well, he's not treating you wrong. He just wondering why you ghosting him. You just wash my back and scrape my feet and all that. And you cooking me dinner and you washing washing my floor every night.
But you can't act crazy. It's, you know, is you act one way and you have a consequence. I'm thinking me acting this real good way, I get a real good reaction to it. It's opposite. It don't make no sense to me.
So that's like, okay, like you, when you got with your first baby father, right? He taught you something that you ain't never saw in your life before. You still ain't getting over it.
But see, my first baby father was also my husband.
I get it. He became your husband. He wasn't your husband when you first met him, though. He got you with his
Yeah,
swag.
2 months.
He got you with his swag.
2 months.
That was he worked fast. He got you with his swag. He got you with his charisma, right? He
So
OG.
you think that I should go to my age group?
No, I think closer to it, at least. Now, I'm not saying go to, like, okay, your age, then go to your age. No, I'm not saying keep it at that, but make it like a 10-year, 15 years to see, because you not that, you young, but you're not that young.
Wait a minute.
You're not that young. So you can't be doing the 15, 20 years, because then they be already in their 60 game. See, it's a cup. You got to come back over here, right? So therefore, I would say if you're in your 40s, he could be 51, maybe 52. But this is why you still go for them, right? Because, I ain't gonna say his name. Your first baby father, right? Your first baby father put you in the mix, right? Then, he turned you out. He was a teenager when he got you. He said, yeah, I'm going to get her. She not too long, removed out of high school. I'm going to get her. He got you, right? Married, you did all this other stuff. Talk. Yeah, look what I do. I got a book. Look. I sold my own clothes. See, somebody said they sold their own clothes. That's different. Back 20 years ago, somebody said he sold their clothes.
But the outcome, look, I have a beautiful daughter.
Correct.
I am now a grandmother.
Correct. But you still searching for that type of walk how I talk it kind of fella, right? And he ain't that. You ain't finding that yet. You getting these old kids, and he ain't finding that yet. You getting the ones over the hill. Oh, damn. That's who you running into. You having these problems. Right? Cool. All right. I'm glad we finished that. Let's talk about something else. Still on relationships, but I gotta touch this because this dude named Corey Lewis, he's on Facebook. And he has a podcast with his wife, right? And the issue that he didn't get an answer from, I'm going to get an answer today. So he stated, why pressure a man to marry you and you deprive him of sex? Now, he asked his wife that, right? His wife never gave him an answer. She was going all around it. Oh, I ain't put a gun to your head, all that weirdo stuff. No. Why pressure a man to be monogamous and make it all about me, and then deny him sex, right? So she was like, because if I'd have knew what I knew at 26, repeat this now. If I'd have knew what I knew at 26, what I know now at 36, which is 10 years, they already married 10 years. What I knew at 36, then I would have reevaluated the marriage. So I said, or getting married, or wanting to get married, or I didn't know what it entailed, right? So I said, So she never answered it, so I'm gonna answer it for her. If you don't know the significance about marriage or what entails marriage, don't request marriage, right? Yeah, we can do things. Yeah, we can have children. Yeah, we can join accounts. Sure. But if you say not keeping up with his sex drive, because that's the situation with the Corey Lewis guy, she wasn't able to keep up with his sex drive, so that deterred her from wanting to be married. And then she started making excuses on, I had a baby and my job and I was going through something and X, Y, Z. Okay, cool. But you want him to stay faithful, right? You want him to stay faithful while you figuring it out. And I want to know, he couldn't get the answer because she was going around it, because she felt that, you should understand why I feel this way. You should understand why. Look, we good, right? We got a podcast, we married, we got a beautiful child together, but yeah, I understand all that, but I need sex from you. That's a part. I want affection from you. You still look good to me. So why I have to beg you? Why it becomes a chore? Why is sex a chore when you marry? It shouldn't be a chore, right? If you really into the person, if you really love him, if you really, and it shouldn't be a sacrifice either, though. Sex should be a sacrifice. That should be something that y'all want to do, you want to share. It shouldn't be like, okay, yeah, we're going to have all the sex in the world until we had a baby. Because let's do it like this. It's a double standard. You know why, Mo? I'm going to say this real quick before you go. It's a double standard, right? Because, say, the tables were turned. And your sex drive is through the roof. This nigga say, nah, I don't want to do nothing with you. I want to go to sleep. I had a hard day at work. I want to, I just want to eat and put my feet up and go in my man cave and just, play Call of Duty 2K with the fellas because they online right now. What would you say to that, though? If the tables were turning, you wanted the sex, and you was like, yo, what's up with you, man? Like, what we doing? We married. Why all of a sudden it's dry down there?
I mean, but you know what? We are also thinking that we know that part is going to happen too. We as women don't know what we're going to go through after having a baby, because after having both daughters, I lost my sex drive, so I already know. What could you do? I mean, you're going to just go through the problem because you're going through the problem. You get what I'm saying? So it's very hard with that to say. I think a lot of people just need training before they even have a relationship, let alone in a marriage. I mean, some people just can't get along because of toothpaste and little silly things in the house. So even if you're talking about sex, some things happen with our bodies when we get pregnant, and then it does change, and it changes us. So what we could do, we're trying to deal with it just as much as the man is trying to deal with it, though. But I've also been in a situation where I was with a man and he would not give me sex, and
what did you end up doing?
I ended up leaving.
You left him?
Yeah.
Right away, or you cheated first?
I ended up leaving right away. There was not that was not going to go, because I know what I want in a relationship, and if I feel that I need sex week or two and you ain't giving it to me, period, I mean, not all this is all the way over.
What?
It's not you want me to be this way. It's not going to be no conversation. You're not giving me what I want. I'm not giving you obviously what you want. I don't know what you want at that point. So, it's on to the next one, basically, with me.
You know what I think it is also why I would say sex drive or things of that nature change too. Now, say you got baby or whatever, you get a little weight, and but the weight doesn't matter to him, right? Say he's okay with it. Okay, cool. You know what I think a lot of times where relationships, I wouldn't say fail. I mean, yeah, if you want to talk about that, it could fail. A lot of times marriages fail because they don't continue to date their mate. Like, I believe that you should still date your mate. No matter if you've been together 10 years, 20 years, you're supposed to still date them.
Absolutely.
Right? Still, buy them nice stuff as far as flowers and the little things. It's not about it, materialistic stuff. It's the little things. Like, you still buy them this, you still buy them that. And just pop up on them and treat them right? So, see, the fact that we don't date each other after we got who we want or still look good for one another after you get what you want is, I think, the biggest issue.
Yeah, I agree
because,
with that too.
yeah, it's times where you get comfortable because I got the woman I want, I got the man I want, but I don't have to dress nice, I don't have to keep myself fit, I don't have to do this, and I don't have to do that. And then, yes, if you're slim, when y'all got together, yeah, you're going to gain weight through age, right? It depends, right? If you're not a workout guru, it can happen, right? But if you're just letting yourself go, like if I met you at 145 pounds and then all of a sudden you 280.
Well, then she's having a problem herself then. It's more to lift her up when you see it getting out of hand to prevent it from getting out of hand, instead of when you see it has gotten out of hand, then all of a sudden it's a problem. I feel that you should attack the problem when you see, okay, now, oh, baby, you gaining about 10 to 20 pounds. Why don't we go in here together and, do some push-ups or whatever the case is, because I'm getting a little, it's a way in delivering it.
Watch this, though. I'm glad you said that, right? Because say I had a homie that said that to his wife or whatever, to his significant other or whatever, and she automatically becomes defensive, right? Like, soon as you say, like, yeah, I see some, a little Ayo buns popping up on the side right there. Can we, go, come to the gym with me? I got this nice gym. She like, wait a minute. What, you calling me fat? Or what you trying to say? I'm not attractive? I'm not pretty anymore? No, I ain't say that, though. Like, that becomes an argument in itself. It's like,
feel that she's getting a little.
I feel like, boom, I'm trying to help you. That's what it said. Because if I can't see it, if you can't see it, I'm supposed to be there to, like, show you. Like, look, babe, look, this is going on.
But she also knows your demeanor.
But what if...
Because you could just say, like, you can say, okay, a woman or a man can see that someone probably had told you there's a way to say it. Or you got a way of saying that you fat. If the woman been with you, she knows your demeanor. She knows what you mean by what you say.
What is fat? See, I didn't say the word fat, right? Fat is a different level of fat, right? You got a little chunky on you, that's different from I'm calling you fat, right? I'm not saying you fat. You still look good, but look, all right, I get it. Let's we could go to the gym, come to the gym with me. Now, if you keep shooting everything I'm saying down, right? You keep shooting my attempts down. You keep shooting, okay, let's do this diet thing. Let's try this for a month, or try a little game with it or something. You keep shooting that down. Or you'll try it and you just stop, or whatever. And then, but I'm continuing to still be active. I'm continuing to still work out. I'm continuing to do this. Then the insecurity is going to build because I'm still trying to maintain, or still trying to, I'm never going to be satisfied. See, that's another thing. We always become satisfied. You can never be, you should never be satisfied in a relationship that you're in. Oh, what you mean? She ain't going nowhere, see, that's where you wrong. Or he ain't going nowhere, that's where you wrong. I could love you to death, or she could love you to death. But she could, at the drop of a hat, or he can at the drop of a hat, bounce.
Well, then that's not no real commitment, loyalty at all.
It is.
Just to leave without reason.
No, it's not about reason. It's about remember, if you're ignoring the not the signs or what I'm saying, right? Like if you're ignoring it, like that's communication, right? I'm communicating with you. Right? We're in a relationship. I'm communicating, but I'm telling you, if you're shooting everything I'm saying to you down, and then all of a sudden now it's getting out of hand because you like, forget all that, you ain't going nowhere. If you got that mentality, that's when the turmoil starts. Right? And then now I'm getting in the best shape of my life. You further drowning in your sorrow or whatever going on with you. Right? Now you're starting to believe that I'm out there doing something. Like it's not about me getting in shape for me anymore. It's about I want to stay in shape because I like how you look at me when I'm in shape. It's not about that. In your mind, it's not about that any longer. It's about who are you doing it for? Why I can't be just being healthy for me? Or why I can't just be healthy because I like the way it feels, or I like how you look at me when I come home, or when I walk around the house with my shirt off, right? Why can't be that? Now I'm not saying you fat. I'm not calling you fat at all. I even like the way you look.
She's thinking fat.
You're thinking fat.
Right. I'm
not. So you're imposing your thought process on me.
And it usually goes like that in every relationship, because what it is people they're thinking that that's what you're saying by saying that she needs. If she ain't never heard it before, you ain't never say, "Oh, we gonna start toning up before." Then why shouldn't she think you was meaning that she was fat? You don't have to say fat to mean that you're fat. There's different ways to say anything.
No, I can say that don't mean fatty. It can mean you're a little swayed. That don't mean
what's a little swayed.
Like your body weight is a little shifted.
Well,
wait, but that
you're gonna use.
No, I'm just saying.
Your body weight is shifted, and what?
Wait.
What
It could be shifted. No. It could be
No.
shifted, but that doesn't mean I don't like it. I'm just saying. Look, I know how you was. I know how you was, and I'm trying to help you. No, I'm not saying no. Fat is fat. I like how you look, but we can always improve. Like I could be in the best shape of my life. When I was in the best shape of my life, I still worked out 3-4 times a day. Right? I was in the best shape of my life. And I worked out still 3-4 times a day, the best shape of my life. Why? Because I'm never satisfied. Why? Because I didn't want to fall off. I feel that I fell off. Why? Because I had an injury or whatever. I did with sciatica or whatever. Right? So therefore, it'll sit you down. Because once you miss a week, that'll turn into a month. Yeah. And then you get a little, I wouldn't say a gut, but for your liking, you get a little mass on you that you don't like. Mm-hmm. Right? So that's all I'm saying when it comes to that. All I'm saying is when we communicate. Because if I get a big old pop belly, you're going to tell me that if that's not what you like, right? But if I'm saying I got my woman, well, I don't care. Right. You're going to feel some type of way. That's why I said the double standard is me saying it to you is not good. But if you say it to me, I got to go get myself together. See, that's the difference in what women can do or can say, and it should be like, oh man, you telling me I'm fat? Hey baby, you getting a big gut now. When I met you, you was over here with 6-pack and an 8-pack, but now you got a keg. But I'm gonna deal with it. Why? Because you know what, you right. I may get defensive depending on the guy. He may get defensive and be like, you know what, forget that. I somebody that like it. And see, that's the wrong approach. Word, babe, you saw something that I wasn't paying attention to because we live in life. Right? We live in life. You saw something that I wasn't paying attention to. We live in life. So guess what we're gonna do? All right, this is what I'm gonna do. But can we work on it together? Can you work on it with me? Because I need motivation. Right? That's how you gotta do it. Can you work it with me? I need motivation. I want you to, boom, help me.
Well, I'm just thinking it's just the way that you still is the way you talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
So and. I hear what you're saying. You're communicating it the right way, and she still could take it the wrong way. I get that.
So hopefully that answered the question that his wife clearly didn't want to answer. And I just wanted to give you my output on it and how I feel about it. The moral of the story is, date your mate. Don't get content. Don't get complacent. Don't get too comfortable. You can get comfortable. Yeah, all right, cool. I get it. But don't let ego destroy your marriage. So I'm gonna leave you with that. You can reach me at Jahibo. You can reach me at Wid Podcast.
You can reach me at Coach Maketa on Facebook and Coach Maketa on Instagram.
And we out.
We out. Have a great day.
Peace.
Peace.